Now, as many of you well know, bedtime can be one of the most stressful times of the day with kids, whether it's arguing about what time they're going to go to bed, whether they're going to sleep with mummy or daddy, or how many bedtime stories they're going to get. But bedtime stories can also be stressful for parents, whether they're new parents or the more seasoned. Now, whether you're unsure of what book to read to them, or even whether or not you enjoy doing it, here today to tell us their top tips for getting your child prepared for a good night's sleep, as well as the many benefits of regular bedtime stories, is one of the authors behind Nick Jr.'s most popular bedtime shows, which is A Bedtime Story with Arnie and Barnie. It's Becky Overton. Welcome.
Hello, nice to be here.
Nice to meet you. So why are bedtime stories so important?
Well, stories and reading to children is all stories, all reading is important. Bedtime stories also give you that chance to look forward to it throughout the day, give the children that sense of ownership of the story, and also for them to get excited about spending that time with you when you are just there for them. And also a chance to kind of sum up the day. It's a real opportunity to discuss anything that may have arisen or any issues, or a chance for you to pass down any of your great wisdoms or
lovely.
You know, through the book without it being preachery.
Yes, exactly. It's an opportunity to pass on some morals without it being, as you say, preachery. Yes. So why can parents struggle with this, do you think?
Well, I think a lot of parents feel lack confidence in being able to bring a story alive, and also feel like they should be reading a certain amount of books or a certain kind of book, and it needs to be this kind of haven of peace and calm.
Is that true?
No. You know, each night's different, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you just have to go with it and go with the mood your child's in. But I think, you know, the bottom line is that your child wants to hear your voice more than anything else, and so your voice is perfect. And
that's a real confidence builder, I think, for some parents that might be, you know, slightly unconfident. That actually they don't really need to worry. Maybe would you say?
Just get over themselves, enjoy it.
Just get over yourselves. But absolutely.
And let the children lead it as well. So if you feel if you're lacking in confidence and you want to bring it alive and you feel you can't, then let your children do that for you. You know, ask them what voices it should be or what accents, or you know, take the story off the page and
let them be involved as well, to give them some ownership and I suppose really get involved in that story and use their imagination, use your imagination, and get them ready for a good night's sleep and some good dreams, I suppose. Yes. So have you got any top tips for reading, or maybe even as an author yourself, writing stories for parents at home?
I think, well, if you want to write your own stories, it's actually easier said than done. I think everybody can write a story.
That's fantastic. Everybody can write a story from a children's author.
Can take inanimate objects, you know, and I remember I was with my son in the kitchen and we started to make up a story which was completely led by him, and it started with a pan, and I said, well, what's the pan doing? And he said, the pan's running out of the kitchen. Why is it running out of the kitchen? Because the fridge farted. And that was that. So, you know, it goes from that. You just have to give them that little
push in that, So inanimate objects.
Inanimate objects, or revisit traditional stories and put a bit of a twist on it. Or make up, or not make up, but follow the story of your day or your child's day, and in their world it's an adventure in itself, however small it may be, however ordinary.
That visit to the park to feed the ducks could turn into a whole lovely bedtime story quite easily, actually, I suppose.
Really easily. Some of the best stories have been that simple.
Lovely, lovely. So what do you love about working on Bedtime Story, A Bedtime Story with Arnie and Barnie? Why is it so popular, do you think?
Well, I think it's popular for things we've said about starting that bedtime routine. I mean, it's the perfect time if you're watching that at 6:30, and then they're in that kind of soporific mood, and then you can take it from there and read your own stories. I've personally loved it because I predominantly write scripts for children's TV.
Yes,
and
right.
With those, it can take years until you, particularly if you're writing for animation, it can take years until you can actually see
them in fruition,
your words come alive. And so I've absolutely loved seeing these stories come alive so quickly. And of course, I've been able to read them to my own children. That's been
which is wonderful.
Really brilliant.
And I'm sure you've written them for them personally.
Yes, some of them have been very much written for them.
Yeah. So my thanks to Becky Overton for joining us today. It's been really, really lovely to meet you.
I've
Thanks
really
for coming
enjoyed
in.
it.
Now, if you want to find out more reading tips for your children, please go to www.nickjr.co.uk/read. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.